It was still dark outside when I heard the pounding on my front door. I looked at the clock. 5:02 a.m. No one knocks at that hour unless something is terribly wrong. Heart racing, I pulled on my sweatshirt and approached the door. Opening it, I saw my neighbor, Gabriel Stone, pale and breathless. "Don't go to work today," he whispered urgently. "Stay home. Trust me." I stared, confused. This quiet man I'd barely spoken to looked terrified. "Why?" I asked. He glanced around nervously. "You'll understand by noon." Then he vanished into the shadows. If you're hooked and want to uncover the chilling truth that changed my life forever, subscribe now and comment your location below. Where are you watching from? Because this story gets darker and you won't believe what happened next. I stood frozen in the doorway, the cold morning air biting at my skin as the first hints of sunrise painted the horizon pink. Gabriel's words echoed in my mind, like a warning from a nightmare. He was my next-door neighbor, a reclusive guy in his 40s who'd moved in a year ago. We'd exchanged polite nods over the fence, maybe a good morning here and there, but nothing more. He kept to himself, his house always dark by evening, no visitors, no noise. Seeing him like this, eyes wide with fear, voice trembling, felt surreal, like stepping into someone else's bad dream. The rational part of me screamed to dismiss it. Maybe he was having a mental breakdown. Maybe he'd mistaken me for someone else. But deep down, my instincts prickled. 3 months ago, I'd lost my father to what the doctors called a sudden stroke. It came out of nowhere. One day, he was fine. The next, he was gone. In the weeks before, he'd been acting strange, insisting we needed to talk about family secrets. "It's time you knew the truth about us," he'd say. But whenever I pressed, he'd wave it off with a sad smile. "Soon, Alyssa, soon." We never had that conversation. Now, with Gabriel's cryptic plea, those unfinished words haunted me. Since Dad's death, odd things had piled up. A black sedan with tinted windows parked down the street for hours, engine idling. Silent calls from blocked numbers that hung up when I answered. My sister Sophie, working as a journalist overseas, had even called out of the blue. "Alyssa, have you noticed anyone new in the neighborhood? Anyone watching you?" I'd laughed it off as her paranoia from too many investigative stories. But now, it all felt connected, like invisible threads pulling tighter around me. "My name is Alyssa Rowan. I'm 33, a financial analyst in Henning & Cole Investments in downtown Seattle. My life is routine. Wake at 6 a.m., coffee, commute, crunch numbers until 5 p.m., home to my grandmother's old Victorian house on the quiet suburbs. No drama, no excitement, just stability. Or so I thought. That morning, I made a choice not based on fear, but logic. If Gabriel was wrong, I'd lose a day of work. If he was right, well, better safe than sorry. I texted my manager, "Personal emergency, can't come in today." Then I brewed coffee and paced the kitchen, every creak in the old house amplifying my unease. The clock ticked louder, the fridge hummed like a distant whisper. By 9 a.m., doubt crept in. Nothing unusual on the news apps. No texts from coworkers. Maybe Gabriel was just unhinged. At 11:30, I almost regretted it, feeling foolish for letting a stranger dictate my day. Then my phone rang. An unknown number. I answered hesitantly. "Hello?" "Miss Rowan, this is Officer Taylor with the Seattle Police Department. Are you aware of the incident at your workplace this morning?" My stomach dropped. "What incident?" A heavy sigh on the line. "There was a violent attack at Henning & Cole. Multiple casualties. We have reason to believe you were involved." "Involved? That's impossible. I didn't go to work today." Another pause. "Security footage shows your car entering the parking garage at 8:02 a.m. Your ID badge was swiped. Coworkers reported seeing you on the 3rd floor before the chaos started." The room spun. My knees buckled and I gripped the counter. Someone had impersonated me, used my car, my identity. "That can't be right," I stammered. "I've been home all morning, alone." Can anyone verify that? Officer Taylor's voice turned sharper, more accusatory. No, I live alone. Panic rose in my throat. What kind of attack? Is everyone okay? Details are classified for now, but we found items belonging to you at the scene. Your wallet, phone case. We're sending units to your address for questioning and protection. Protection? Or arrest? My mind raced to Gabriel's warning. This wasn't coincidence. Someone wanted me there, as victim or villain. Wait, did you see the driver's face in the footage? The video is grainy. Plates match yours, though. His tone shifted to urgency. Stay put, Miss Rowan. Units are en route. The call ended, leaving me in silence broken only by my ragged breaths. I rushed to the windows, peeking through blinds. The street was empty. But for how long? Memories flooded. That suited man watching from his car last week. Anonymous emails asking about my schedule. It wasn't random. It was orchestrated. A knock at the door jolted me, sharp, authoritative. I froze. Alyssa, it's Gabriel. Open up. We need to talk. How did he know? Through the peephole, I saw him, tense, scanning the street. How did you know about the police? I called without opening. Because they're not here to help, he replied, voice muffled. They're coming to take you into custody. You weren't supposed to survive this. Survive what? Trembling, I cracked the door. Explain. Now. He slipped inside, locking it behind him. The attack was staged. They wanted you in that building to frame you or eliminate you. Your father asked me to protect you. My world tilted. My father? He was an accountant. He didn't know anyone like you. Gabriel's eyes were steady. That was his cover. He was investigating a covert program, and you're at the center of it. He pulled a black envelope from his pocket. He left this for you. Inside was a note in Dad's handwriting. Alyssa, if you're reading this, trust Gabriel. Our family isn't what you think. You're in danger because of who you are. Don't let them take you. Tears stung my eyes. Dad had known. Those family secrets weren't about distant relatives. They were about me. Gabriel continued. Your father uncovered a biogenetic initiative, government-backed, experimenting on bloodlines for enhanced immunity. You were born into it, not created, but selected. Your DNA holds natural regenerative properties, immunity to viruses others can't survive. I backed away. This is insane. I'm normal. You're not. That's why they've watched you. Your father's stroke? Poisoned. He leaked files. They silenced him. Today was your turn. Frame you for the attack, declare you a threat, seize everything. Sirens wild in the distance. Gabriel grabbed my arm. We have to go. Now. No time to process. We dashed to his SUV in the garage next door. As we peeled out, black vans turned onto my street. Heart pounding, I clutched Dad's note. My life, ordinary, predictable, was a lie. We sped down the interstate, rain starting to patter on the windshield. Gabriel handed me a tablet. Read this. It's your file. Subject 7B, Alyssa Rowan. Genomic asset, high priority. Exhibits viral immunity, accelerated healing. Approved for retrieval on 33rd birthday. My breath caught. Charts showed my blood tests from childhood, abnormal markers. They've been tracking me since birth? Yes, Gabriel said. Your father found out when you were 5. A routine checkup revealed anomalies. He dug deeper, discovered the program. Origin Initiative. Not curing diseases, engineering survivors for crises. Wars, pandemics. Your natural traits made you valuable. Why me? Why not others? Your lineage. The Rowan bloodline traces to rare genetic mutations from centuries ago. They wanted to replicate it synthetically, but failed, so they monitor naturals like you. Dad's attempts to talk made sense now. He was trying to warn me without endangering me further. Sophie must have known fragments too, her questions about strangers. Gabriel exited the highway, heading into forested hills. The vault is ahead. Your father hid evidence there. Names, funding trails. If we get it, we expose them. Helicopters thrummed overhead. They're tracking us, I whispered. Not for long. He veered onto a dirt path camouflaged by overgrowth. We ditched the SUV and hiked to a hidden bunker, vines concealing the entrance. Inside, fluorescent lights flickered on. Echoing corridors led to the vault door with the Rowan crest. "Your palm," he said. The scanner glowed, accepting my DNA. The door hissed open, revealing shelves of files and a central pedestal with Dad's journal. I opened it, tears flowing. Pages detailed the program, corrupt officials, pharma giants, military ties. They planned false flags to justify expansions. Today's attack? To blame you. Seize assets, bury leaks. At the end, it read, "Choose, Alyssa. Surrender or reveal." The terminal awaited. 2 options. Acquisition, signal compliance. Revelation, release all data publicly. Alarms blared. They'd breached the perimeter. "Decide," Gabriel urged, drawing a gun. I pressed, revelation. Screens lit up. Uploading to global networks. Irreversible. Explosions rocked the bunker. We fled through an escape tunnel, emerging into night. Spotlights swept, agents closing in. But data was out. Headlines would break soon. "Leaked files expose secret genetic program." We ran, evading capture. In hiding, I learned more. My blood could revolutionize medicine, but they'd weaponized it. Sophie contacted us, safe rallying allies. Months later, investigations toppled leaders. I became a symbol, not victim, but whistleblower. Gabriel, my guardian, revealed he was Dad's old ally. Ex-intelligence. Life, no longer ordinary, but true, free. If this story of hidden truths and unbreakable spirit gripped you, subscribe for more and comment your location. Let's see where the fight for truth reaches.